Oneplus, what are you doing? Starting to disappoint. I mean, it's one thing, you know, to have your price have a reasonable price, right? And we get it. We cut the price, so we shouldn't expect too much from, certain aspects, right? I get it. I get it. I understand. I understood before. I understand. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? But come on. Now you're just trying to, when someone is in way over their head, like that's what I feel like right now because it's a good try. It's a good try. I'm not even knocking the try. Okay, A for effort. A for effort. I applaud you. A for effort. Congrats. Like seriously. But you're trying too hard. It's not worth it. That extra, come on, that's not worth it. I'm looking at the prices right now, right? And come on, you guys are starting to get up there with all of the other guys that are charging way too much for what, right? But still, even with their prices, like they deliver, like to a certain extent, they deliver, right? But come on, going on going on $1,000, like over $1,000, like no, no, it's not the OnePlus way. It's not okay. And for the prices of the highest stuff, like I said, the quality of stuff that it delivers, it's not even all that. And you could get some of the lower end of someone else of a different brand, right? And still better than the best of the best with OnePlus right now. And not even exaggerating, like I'm really disappointed. I was really looking forward, like I said in the last video, I was really looking forward to seeing what they bring to the table. But after, is it not even an hour, like 50 minutes of corny jokes. Oh, and it's terrible, terrible. Like, I feel like all companies do it, but I never really expected OnePlus to do it as well, right? When they oversell something. So it's like they're saying all this amazing stuff, this, and that, all this great stuff, new features, all this, extra stuff that they add and everything, right? But when you actually put it to the test, like the results are far different, like in real life, like in person, than whatever they had. I don't know if they lied about taking certain things with the phone itself and showing it or it's just like a special occasion or a rare occasion because honestly, from what I've seen with other people as well, other reviewers and stuff, they're saying it's like a hit or miss. So it's not that it's bad per se because the hardware is good. It's really good. The software is where it's lagging, right? So it can take great photos, but you really have to be you have to have a steady hand and you have to be one of those really, really good professionals to get those really great shots. Other than that, the average user, forget about it. I'm looking at all the specs and everything. The whole, it's both of them do have the ultra wide, the main camera, the 48 megapixel main camera, right? And the 50 megapixel ultra wide, right? And they also both have the 2 megapixel monochrome, right? The The Pro just has an extra telephoto that's eight megapixel, right? And the regular one doesn't have that extra telephoto lens. But other than that, it's pretty much both of them the same. Snapdragon 888, you know, Adreno 660, all that stuff. I do like that they did implement different colors. The color scheme is not bad. I really thought it would have been kind of the same on both ends. So same color, both the regular and the Pro, but that wasn't the case. So with the 5G, the Pro 5G, they have this is crazy. So I'm looking at Stellar Black, right? Morning Mist. It's more of like a, I want to say, mm, is it like a purple or something? What am I looking at the other one? Hold on. For the regular 9, right? 9, OnePlus 9 5G. So they both have 5G. That's really good as well. So for the regular 9, you have Arctic Sky, right? It's like a blue. And it's also matte frost, okay? You have the Winter Mist. It's like a purple hue, like it seems like it's purple. It's called Winter Mist. And then you have Astro Black. And the Astro Black and the Winter Mist are both like the glossy finish. So you're gonna see some fingerprints and everything. But with the Pro model, you have Stellar Black, Morning Mist, and Pine Green. Like I said, I thought both of them would have like the same color options, but it seems like the Pro has the Pine Green. Has no grains my color, right? So I was thinking like with the way that um iPhones, way that Apple handles their stuff, right? It doesn't matter if it's a higher end version or the lower end, like the color scheme, it stays the same. And so I thought that when you want to like take certain trends from different companies, like choose wise, you know what I'm saying? Like don't just pick whatever you think might be best for your brand from someone else's. You know what I'm saying? Like try to see. Obviously, a lot of people always talk about the different color schemes. Doesn't matter which iPhone that they have, they always talk about the colors, right? So having the option to have that certain color doesn't matter which end, high end, low end, whatever it is that they do have. The colors, like everybody always talks about the colors, right? So it's like don't limit yourself to say, okay, let me only put this color over on the Pro model, and then don't even include it on the lower end model. Like, come on, seriously? All of them, higher end, lower end, whatever, T Pro, regular, whatever, they should all have the same colors. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't you guys agree with that? Like, that would make more sense to me. Instead of like certain things like the punch hole cameras, like trying to copy that from everybody else and putting it on both ends. Like, if you want to like put the punch hole on one, or I could say probably on the Pro model or the regular, it doesn't matter. Like put it on one and then don't include it on the other. That could be something you could include, and exclude, from high end to low end, whatever. But don't put it across the bar, you know what I'm saying? And then like take out certain things from certain and phones, you know what I'm saying? And again, like the price, I'm looking at the prices. It's ridiculous. The whole time, the whole thing with you guys, with OnePlus, is affordable. And even though I'm sure a lot of people are still going to get it, it's still a lot. Like, come on. As I said, like the higher end model with that price creeping up in the thousands, you could get a lower brand of a different device, whatever. You know what I'm saying? For less, that still has more to offer. Come on. It's ridiculous. It's not even, it's really not worth it. I don't think it's worth it. Even though you guys bumped up the video quality and stuff, it doesn't really matter because the software, it's not cohesive with the hardware. Like everything it's not cohesive, it's not working well together. You know what I'm saying? So it's like even if you do have the functionality, the ability to do to make great photos, to make great videos, take good photos and make great videos, it's like you're still not able to. So with the other guys, it's like they refined their stuff, right? Even though they are lacking in certain areas, they refined their stuff. You know what I'm saying? So OnePlus is fairly new. It's like it's still a young company, right? So with the other guys, they've been here a while. You know, so they've refined their stuff, and that's where they got them beat. You know what I'm saying? So it seems like with this newer one, they excluded one of the SIM trays, right? So you usually always have two SIM trays. Seems like they took off one this time. I mean, it's not like they added more battery in there, right? What are they using the space for? They don't have a headphone jack. Like, what do they need that extra space for anyway? Not that I'm complaining. I'm pretty sure they noticed that not many people do use both SIM slots, but still to just exclude it like that and not say anything about it, like, hey, we excluded it because we wanted to add XYZ. Like, no, nothing. They just like excluded it just like that, and still no expendable storage. But they still do have Dolby Atmos. You guys know the sound quality should be fairly decent. Should be really good. Should be really good. Noise canceling, adaptive display. They're saying that the Pro model has this extra feature inside of the screen to make it it's extra, like a little bit better, like the touch sensitivity and just a whole bunch of different things with it to just like give it that extra I guess, whatever. So they call it Fluid Display 2.0, and the regular 9 just has the regular Fluid Display. They both have they both come with the chargers in the box, which is really good, which I also was talking about. So certain things I'm glad that they don't follow trends by, you know what I'm saying? So they keep the charger in the box, but it's a type C to type C, not a type C to a type A. Okay? So keep that in mind. All right? And what was I saying? I like that they also kept not kept, they added the watch to the lineup. So they're trying to really compete with with everybody else like all at once. So instead of trying to pick this person as an opponent, they're trying to pick everybody as their opponents, right? And compete with everybody, compete against everybody all at once. Like, come on, guys. It's good. It's okay for now. Like, it's still in the beginning stage. But from what I'm seeing, or from what I've seen so far, it's like okay. So yeah, from what I've seen, what I was talking about before is interrupted the watch. So they're trying to make it seamless, like amounts like all of the devices and everything. So and trying to make it control the volume and the power and all that stuff with the OnePlus TV and all that stuff. So even if you're like, let's say, I know a lot of people like when you watch Netflix sometimes, depending on the time, like if you watch it at night, whatever, like sometimes you'll just like kind of doze off and kind of like miss and stuff, miss certain scenes, whatever. But it's like if you fall asleep, the watch recognizes that and automatically turns off your TV for you. Like that's really dope. That's really cool. I really like that. And like I said, the volume, like it controls the volume and all that stuff, and you could change the channel and all that stuff just like using the watch. No, they try to express that they're not trying to make the watch separate from the phone. So they don't want you to like forget about the phone basically, you know. So they don't try to put too much into the watch. It's more of notifications, and they try to put that whole sensor for testing your blood and all blood glucose and all that stuff. Like, come on, like, it's they're like I said, they're a young company. Okay, so still have some ways to go, and they could only build from there. They have to start somewhere, and the watch is like 159 right now. As of filming this video, was it March of 2021? Okay, so the prices will vary, both depending on the region, your region, and whatever time you're watching the video, right? Because time is gonna go by really fast, and I'm sure there's a lot of different watches and different stuff that's gonna be coming. So stuff will change, in the future. But the watch isn't available until April 14th, okay, of 2021. I already talked about the price. It's also IP68 certified, so that's good that they're trying to finally put some certification, the IP rating into their products. It's been a while, so that's another reason for the bump in price. Okay, I'm just really, I'm really disappointed. Really, really disappointed. Is the aspect ratio is 20:9, so more like the Sony phones and everything. The more of the rectangular type shape. I'm really talking about the shape of the phone. I'm really still disappointed. Like they didn't make the corners and stuff. Like I want actual corners. Stop curving the screens. Stop. Even though they're saying, hey, it's a flat screen, it's a flat display, it's really not though, because it does curve over the side still. Even though they're saying that they did something so that it would have less accidental touches and all that stuff, which is probably good. I'm not sure. Might feel different if I actually hold it in my hand, but as far as what I'm seeing, I don't want to even talk about it. And also, they have the fluid display for the regular 9 5Gs, 2400 by 1080. I think the Pro is a 1440 screen. Is it? I'll just put in the comment section the exact frame rate. But the regular is 402 ppi. Like I said, the aspect ratio is 20:9 and all that stuff. I don't want to talk too much about just the specs. It's more of usability and stuff. Like why is not just the pro users but the regular users? What are they gonna think? Of it? Because a lot of it's a 6 point, yeah, so the 9 is a 6.55 inch display, 120 hertz. So I like that they still do keep the refresh rates high on the screens. So they're saying that it's a 120 hertz display. And I know for the Pro model, it could go all the way down to 1 hertz, depending on whatever you're using. So it could be really fast, really smooth, and depending on what you're doing, you don't need it to be that smooth. You need to be that quick, so it could like drop down really fast. So that's really good. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Uh, Again, price. Keep going back to the prices. Looks like it's looking like for the 256 gig with 12 gigabytes of RAM is in the 1069. Sorry. Okay. So $1,000 $1,069. Okay. And the 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage will go for $969, and that's the Pro model. Okay. And the regular 9 will be 8 gigs of RAM with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage for $729, and 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage for $829, right? So the prices, like I said, they used to thrive on their prices and boast about the prices and stuff, right? So now they're creeping up there with other people, with all of the other competitors for the same price. And like I said, you could get something else from a different brand or less that still offers more. When Oneplus used to be the ones that used to offer more for less. Really disappointing. I already had my doubts about getting it, but it just confirmed it, and I'm definitely not gonna be getting it. Like I said, when I saw all this bunch of cameras on the leaks and everything, I was like, what is this? And it really, I don't know, I don't understand how some people were saying that, hey, this looks like one of the best form fact, like it just looks really good. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Are we even looking at the same phone? Looks terrible. Like the design is just it's no. I really liked the sandstone back that when they first started and everything, the sandstone back that they used to have. It's like, that texture was really good. And it really stood out, right? So not just the price, but it just like the design, everything just stood out. But now they're trying to go along with everybody else and what they're doing, so they don't really stand out as much. They're just trying. I don't know if they're trying to blend in with everybody, but that's what it seems like. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what someone likes, then they don't need to get that specific phone anymore because hey, everybody else is doing it, right? It's not a good look. It's not a good fit. I really don't like that they did that. Oh, yeah. Like I said. Oh, and the front camera is it's 1080 at 30 frames per second, but still, and it both have what is it, time lapse and slow mo. Well, they always used to have slow mo. I think time lapse is new. Yeah, and the time lapse is where is it? Yeah, 1080 at 30 frames per second and 4K at 30 frames per second as well. That's on the Pro model. I think the regular just does 1080 at 30 frames, but it's really not much you can say, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm I'm just thinking about it, like you guys was talking about all this stuff that you talked about and in the past, right? And I'm looking and I'm not seeing anything different from all the other brands, you know what I'm saying? Like I wanted them to stand out more, but seems like they're just trying to blend in, like I said. It's really not good. It's really not good. Oh, and I know that they said that the Pro has reverse wireless charging as well. Another gimmick, like stuff like that to me is really gimmicky. I don't know. And also, they were saying that the wireless charging is a lot faster than everybody else's. I don't doubt it, but a lot of people do like and want the wireless charging. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not into it, so I'm not even gonna bother with it. And plus, it's a little extra to get that dock, that charging dock. Anyway, if it comes in the box, you know, I could be like, okay, well, that's cool that they included that, you know, whatever. But if something does not come in the box, then it's like, and it's like a lot extra, a little bit extra out of my way. Like, I'm not even gonna even bother with it. Like, no, it doesn't matter to me. So, I'm not a fan. I don't care about wireless charging and all that stuff. But yeah, that's it for that. Um, like I said, really disappointed. Like, I was gonna put up all those different specs and all that stuff, all the extra stuff, and they talked about, but I'm just like, what's even the point at this point, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen all of the other videos on it, and people have talked about it, and do keep talking about it anyway. So like all the extra stuff. So yeah, you want all the extra details, go somewhere else. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, just wanted to like let you guys know my thoughts on it. So a little bit of my thoughts on it. Like I said, I don't have it in hand, so I can't speak from a user experience, like first-hand user experience, but from what I see, from what I'm seeing, it's not looking out. It's not adding up. It's not looking like it's going to be something that great, basically. It's looking like it's, no, I don't even want to say average. I want to say below average to me, because if you look at their motto, never settle, it's like all these compromises, you're really settling. And on top of settling, you're adding more to the price tag. I'm not going to be one of the ones. I'm not going to be one of the customers this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be one of their customers this year. That's for sure. Even if the price drops, it's like, all this extra stuff, it seems gimmicky to me. So I'm not even going to bother with, I'm not even going to bother with it. I mean, if people are talking about it later down the line about like, hey, there's this new update with the software, and now it's a lot better than anybody else out there, or competing on the same level as, let's say, Google or Apple, whatever. I may still consider it, but still the whole punch hole thing, like I said, still not a fan of it. I don't know if I ever will be. I highly doubt I ever will be. Uh, yeah, that's it for that, man. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.